Okay, sure. Thank you.
You guys can carry. Thank you.
Okay. So hi, good morning, everyone. Today we bring back our nutrition series that we had session 2 weeks back. So today we are going to discuss few more pointers for good nutrition, which is necessary for maintaining good health, uh, controlling diabetes, heart disease, and in all, it helps you to age in a healthy way. So I have Dr. Pramoda with me. She will go over some points and then I will take the second part of the session. So Dr. Pramoda, can you start, please?
Yes. Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Pramoda Pratipati, and we're back with few more interesting rules for you. So, how is everyone doing with the last session? Is there any improvement in your diet? You can just give me in the comments, like, how are you doing with the nutrition and your diet and your personal health stuff? So with that, I will start today's session. It'll be a short session today. Today, we will be talking about 2 points, which is whole grains and how to make your cooking interesting at home. So I will be talking about whole grains and Prerna will be taking about pointers on cooking. So I know most of the people think that wheat bread or multigrain bread are the ones which is called as a whole grain. But let me tell you, what is a whole grain? There is a grain which has 3 layers. So all the layers which are intact in a seed is called a whole grain. If you take a multigrain or if you take a wheat or something like that, everything is refined. All the 2 layers are taken out of the seed, and that is where you get a wheat grain, or you get a what do you say, any rice or wheat or barley or anything like that. So refined products are not the whole grains. Whole grains is the grain which has all the 3 layers of the grain. And you know what are the benefits of the whole grain that we have? They are very high in nutrients and fiber. It lowers your risk of heart disease. As said, refined products add like bad cholesterol to your diet, which increases the risk of heart attacks and stroke. It decreases the risk of stroke because they are very rich in fiber, vitamin K, and antioxidants. These help keep your blood thin and decreases the risk of stroke. So we know that most of the doctors say you need to follow DASH diet, Mediterranean diet to keep you healthy and to control your hypertension. This whole grains is a part of DASH diet and Mediterranean diet. So if we have them every day in our daily basis and all, it makes our day better and it prolongs our healthy life. So another thing, it reduces your risk of obesity. So these whole grains are recommended highly for the people who want to have weight loss, who want to stay in a healthy BMI, or maintain their health. It lowers the risk of type 2 diabetes. It can lower the risk of diabetes, and it can keep the diabetes in control too, because it helps weight control, it helps obesity, and it helps heart diseases. So as the points mentioned above, together these are the factors which increase the blood sugar levels or increase the risk of complications of diabetes. So as we keep them in control, or you prevent it, that makes it a better lifestyle. So not only it lowers the risk of diabetes, it also keeps the sugars in control. If you eat a refined product, it increases your immediate immediate increase of sugar. So it may show like higher recordings or higher sugar levels at that point of time. But you can see the difference when you have a whole grain and a refined grain. So whole grain doesn't increase your sugar levels dramatically. It maintains your level in a normal range. It keeps it in control. Other than that, it also supports healthy digestion. So we actually talked about how is it as a good source of fiber. So as a good source of fiber, it adds bulk to your stools. It decreases the risk of constipation or blood in the stool, or it keeps your gut healthy. And some grains which are a good source of probiotics. Probiotics are, everyone knows now, like the probiotics are good for health. It keeps our gut bacteria healthy. It keeps our gut bacteria alive so that there is a good process of digestion. And it promotes a positive digestive health. I can't completely say it decreases the risk of cancer, but it may reduce the risk of cancer. As we told, it decreases constipation. It has a good bulk to the stool. You can feel better. Your digestive system feels better. So it may, as these factors are like the triggering factors for colon cancer, it reduces the risk of colon cancer. So I can say completely, yes, it decreases it, but it may decreases. These contributing factors will be decreased. So it may decrease the risk of colon cancer and also other cancers, because refined products have like completely washed out nutrients. So other than keeping them only, or other than giving our body only calories, whole grain gives us nutrients, fiber, and all these things. So it's important to take it that way rather than just putting calories in our tummy. So this should be due to the benefit. I mean, most of the cancer risk is mostly because of the added benefit of fiber and probiotics, along with the decreased risk of constipation. Last but not the least, these whole grains, they reduce the risk of premature death. So how particularly we talked about important points where it reduces the risk of heart disease, it reduces the risk of stroke, it prevents and also controls diabetes and promotes healthy digestion. These are the few important points which actually reduces the risk of premature death. Most of the people, we can always hear in the news these days, people are dying of sudden heart attacks, people are dying of complications of diabetes, uncontrolled diabetes, people are dying of stroke. So to actually keep us healthy, these are the few points I will be talking about to put whole grains in your daily diet, how to promote a daily diet. So the first point will be, you choose whole grain bread over a wheat bread. I just told you, the whole grain is not a wheat, it's not a multigrain, it's not a refined bread. The whole grain is having a hole. You can see it on the packet of the bread that it has a hole in it. Whole grain without added refined flour, without added particular wheat, or without added multigrain. The whole bread is what you need in your diet. So the next one is, try whole grain version of pasta and rice. So okay, include a variety of different whole grains in your diet, such as quinoa, barley, and oats. These are the products which are not refined. So these, I particularly eat quinoa myself and on a regular basis. So what does that make? How does that make my life simple? Is that you will not feel hungry until your next meal. You don't snack a lot. You don't want to eat anything like munchies or anything like that in between your meal. If you have quinoa in the afternoon, directly you will be feeling hungry after like 4 to 5 hours until your dinner time. You will be not snacking at all. It keeps your hunger at ease. That's because this quinoa, barley, and whatever we eat as a healthy whole grain products, they stay in your stomach for a longer time, and it keeps you full for a longer time. As it keeps you full, you're not hungry for a long time. As you're not hungry, you don't snack a lot. You don't snack a lot, you don't eat a lot. It doesn't add more of sugar, more of just simple calories. It keeps you healthy. The next point is, try whole grain version of pasta and rice. So there are a lot of varieties of products these days in the market. Most of the I know most of them are of all-purpose flour or a refined flour, but there are few products which gives you a whole grain pasta, whole grain rice, which are selectively important in choosing. I know every tongue needs tasty food, tasty products, or tasty things to eat, but we can make tasty healthy too. So always try to use, most of the time, the whole wheat, whole grain pasta, whole wheat pasta, or mostly pasta made of better whole grains than just refined flour. Then the next point would be, look for the word whole in the ingredient list of food labels. So when you purchase a product, it should have whole grain. It should be a whole grain product. Read the ingredient list to make sure they are made entirely from the whole grains. It should not have any mix of refined flour. It should not have any mix of refined products, or any just refined wheat, refined multigrains, refined rice in it. It should have whole in it, the whole product, the whole ingredient. Try new whole grains that you haven't tried before. There are a lot of whole grains that we're talking about. It can be in the form of oats, bulgur, farro, brown rice, the whole corn, millet, whole wheat, and the whole barley, the quinoa, the oats we're talking about. You can try different products. We know, I know that most of us really want to have tasty food, want to try healthy and also tasty. So this is a way to improve our lifestyle in a healthy way. Include whole grains in your breakfast, like oatmeal or whole grain cereal. I have worked under a gastroenterologist. I have always been inspired by what she says about her, what she actually tells her parents, tells her patients about what is the importance of oats in their breakfast. She always used to tell, and I was so impressed, and I keep eating them on my daily basis. She always tells, have oats with milk and one different fruit each day, so you don't get bored. You don't get a monotonous feeling of eating same breakfast daily. You have a different taste of fruit daily in your breakfast, different taste of oats, different types of fruits, and it keeps you in a balanced way, healthy way, and also non-monotonous. It keeps you energized. Like today, oh yeah, I'm having a new taste for my breakfast. Today I'm gonna have banana in my breakfast. Today I'm gonna have strawberries in my breakfast. Today I'm gonna have avocado in my breakfast, along with oats. So you mix and match. You mix and match your oats with fruits, your eggs, your vegetables, nuts. So that helps you, that makes you keep it healthy and also tasty at the same time. Use whole grain bread for sandwiches. I know everyone's fond of sandwiches. Who is not? So just replacing the white bread or wheat bread or multigrain bread with a whole grain bread makes it even more healthy and keeps your sugar levels at ease, keeps your cravings at ease, and keeps your sugar levels at ease. That's all is needed for a balanced and healthy lifestyle. Try using whole grain flour for baking. I know most of the people like cakes, pastries, everything. They like one thing is that making their own recipes at home is a totally different thing than buying products from a bakery or anything like that. If you try cooking it on your own, try a whole grain flour rather than a refined flour or an all purpose flour. That would help you keep your cravings at ease, tasty food in your stomach, and it is a lot healthier than what we just buy from more than other shops. The next thing is snack on whole grain foods like popcorn or whole grain crackers. So basically, everyone likes to snack. We want to snack between breakfast and lunch. We want to snack between lunch and dinner. Sometimes we want to snack even after dinner. Late night, we want to watch a movie. We want to have a family get together, or just sit on a couch watching a movie. You want to just have popcorn. Just try to make that lifestyle healthy by keeping it in a whole grain way. You have a lot of snacks these days in a whole grain products with crackers, with popcorn. So that keeps you healthy, and that actually is a good way of not putting so many calories in your body. The last but not the least, so remember that foods labeled multigrain, stone ground, 100% wheat, cracked wheat, or 7 grain or bran are usually not the whole grain products. As I told you, whole grain is the grain which is not processed, which is not milled, which is not refined. It has all the 3 layers of the seed. It just comes in a whole way, and every process makes the a whole grain. Every process we put the grain in a, if we put a grain in a process, that makes it a whole grain, a refined one. We will try to keep ourselves in a whole way rather than in a refined way, and let us be healthy. This is a lot of nutrition information that we are giving you, but this is just a single takeaway point from this thing is that you try to, I'm not completely trying to change your lifestyle or your food habits. Just try to change one ingredient at a time. The one ingredient of all-purpose flour and a wheat flour with a whole grain products can keep you at ease, can make your lifestyle healthy, can keep you away from a lot of chronic diseases that you have to take medication for regularly and throughout your life. So this is my takeaway point. From now on, Prerna will be taking away the session. She will be talking about how to make cooking interesting at home. Thank you, Prerna.
Thank you, Dr. Pramoda. From now on, I think we all will be very much mindful that we always see whatever we buy. There is always whole written on the packet. Whatever we buy, we are going to be mindful that it is the whole grain, including the food, but not the processed one or any other thing.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So now we will discuss about cooking at home, because that's all what we are trying to do in this in these sessions. We are trying to replace unhealthy with healthy, and one of the most major part of that is cooking at home. When we can replace whatever we buy from outside or eat outside with what we can cook at home in a very much controlled environment and very much healthy ingredients. So first point is include a variety of whole grain in your diet, such as quinoa, barley, and oats. As Dr. Pramoda said, definitely that is the must. Just a second, I think there is some mix up. Yes. So for cooking at home, first of all, plan your meals for the week and make a shopping list so that you have all the ingredients at home. And when you are planning your next meal, you have everything in hand so that you do not take a shortcut to the snacks which are ready-made and available in the market. So have everything planned beforehand so that it makes you avoid going to the unhealthy diets. Second point is try new recipe to keep it interesting. See, we as a human beings, we always have cravings, so we cannot stop it. So we have to be very much mindful to keep everything interesting so that we are not bored. and we can always think about interesting options. So we should always pre-plan our diet, and so that it is interesting for us and we do not again go back to the ready-made options available in market. Also, cooking in batches and freeze portion for later on, because if we at the last moment when we are hungry and we are looking for something to eat, and we at that time we may be lazy about cooking, so then again we go to the ready-made option. So if you think you're going to be busy, it's better to cook in batches and freeze the portion for later on, so that we can choose healthy options over the unhealthy diet. Next one, involve your family in cooking. It can be a fun activity to do together. So cooking is very interesting, and if you can involve your family in cooking, it could be a very much fun activity for all of us. Your grandson, your granddaughter can spend time with you and in turn learn healthy diet, healthy cooking, and make them aware of the healthy habits that we are trying to inculcate in them and in our future generation, so that they can also follow what we are doing. And it is always better to learn something when you are doing it and they see you doing it, then that is the best way of teaching them what is the healthy options and what are the unhealthy options. So from young age, if we inculcate these habits, that could be beneficial in the long term. Next point is keep your kitchen stocked with healthy ingredients. So again, if you have healthy ingredients in your refrigerator as compared to unhealthy ones, there is a very high probability that you will go back to the healthy options when you want to snack or you are having a craving, instead if you have unhealthy options. So make sure that you have plenty of fruits, vegetables, salads, various options to make interesting soups, so that you're not bored and you can choose the healthy diet. Next, learn to make your favorite restaurant dishes at home. So that's what I said, that we are all humans, we all have craving for good food. And if we learn to make good restaurant dishes at home, then we can have it at home in very much controlled ingredients, controlled oil, what we are putting, what kind of oil we are putting, what vegetables we are putting in it. And we can teach it to our future generation as well. So that in turn increases our chance of going for the healthy diet at home rather than unhealthy and high calorie option that is available outside. Next, use herbs and spices to add flavor to your meals without adding extra salt or fat. So this is the option if a person is having hypertension. We strongly advise against adding extra salt, and most of us have high cholesterol, so avoid adding extra oil or ghee. Instead of that, it is much better to use herbs and spices to add flavor to your salad, to your food, so that it satisfies your craving as well, and it does not add to the calories or increases your blood pressure if we add the extra salt. So next one is invest in good quality kitchen tools. This can make cooking at home more enjoyable. So again, if you have all the options, all the available things like vegetables, including the tools available at home, then you can make good food at home and you don't need to go outside. So that makes it easier and more accessible to choose the healthy option. Next, just a second. Okay, I'm sorry for that. Next option is learn basic cooking skills like how to chop vegetables, cook grains, and bake chicken. So this is one more healthy option, healthy habit, I should say, that if you know how to do everything at home, instead of frying chicken, you bake chicken. And if you're choosing grains over refined food, rather than going outside looking for the variety and making it interesting, it's so if you have these habits at home, you don't need to go outside. Next, remember that it's okay to use convenience food sometimes. Things like canned beans, frozen vegetables, and pre-chopped vegetables can make cooking at home easier. Yes, if you have to choose between fresh food and frozen food, then you can definitely choose fresh food. But it has been seen that even on freezing, not a lot of nutrients are lost. So instead of going, if it is not feasible or it is difficult for you to plan your meal in advance and or like chop the vegetables, or you are in hurry, you can always choose the canned bean frozen vegetables options. Even for you can guide your uh, daughter, son, and your grandson regarding the same, that whenever if they are in hurry, it is totally fine to use canned beans and frozen vegetables instead of not using vegetables or going for other options. So always frozen food is, you can definitely use them in your diet rather than using the unhealthy options. Okay, so I think that was it for today. And in short, I would like to say our main aim today is to tell you regarding the instead of choosing the unhealthy options, always go for the healthy options. We are all humans, we will have craving, but try to make it healthy food at home. And as Dr. Pramoda said, choose your ingredients and your options when you go and buy grocery carefully. Try to buy whole grains food instead of refined food, and try cooking it at home. Thank you so much. It is an honor to be giving you this information at this platform. Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Thank you. Thank you, Prerna ji and Pramoda ji. Like it is definitely like it is worth presentation. You guys gave a very good, I mean, on daily day-to-day routine, like what we can adopt, you know, that's very good. Like you have any, I mean, for question and answers, you have any time for that?
Yes, definitely.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Yes, yes.
Yes, anyway, if anyone has any questions or anything, please unmute yourself. And I know like Madhu auntie unmuted. Yes, go
Yeah,
Madhu auntie.
yes. I wanted to ask this whole grain you're talking about, like we buy bread or whatever we buy, even the atta, it's written whole grain. You think it's whole grain?
Yes, the word whole itself says it's a whole grain.
Okay.
There is a wheat bread and there is a whole wheat bread. There is a difference between both of them. So
Okay.
whole wheat is basically having all the seed product, and just wheat bread has the refined one. So that is my takeaway point for you today. And you got it.
So-
Thank you so
So
much.
it has to write whole wheat grain or
Yes.
okay. I know because I feel guilty when I eat bread. It's whole grain. It looks like that, but I want to read properly. That's why I wanted to know, make sure.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, and even other grains like you were talking about besides wheat, whole grain, which are
The other grains I'm talking about is quinoa, barley, and oats.
okay. Yeah, so
These
it
can
should be like whole grain everything.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
Pramodaji,
Yes,
how
yes.
can we use barley? How can we cook? Because I don't know how to cook barley.
See, I think generally people use rice and wheat as their staple food, right? So in the same way, instead of cooking rice, you cook barley
Oh,
in
so
the
just
same
like
proportion.
rice.
Yes, it's plain like rice. So you
Okay.
add a curry to the barley and eat it. Instead
Okay.
of rice, you just replace it with barley or quinoa or oats.
Okay.
Yes, in a whole way. Yes.
Okay. But for oats, you have to buy the steel cut, right?
Yes,
Okay. Thank you.
no problem.
We have a question in the chat. You guys want to answer?
Yes.
Are all dals also in category of whole grains? Minalji is asking.
Yes, I think definitely dal also come in the category of whole grain. But dal is like basically protein. That is very much our staple diet. But mainly we talk about like the option. Definitely when we have dal, it is a very, very healthy option. But when we include other things, we are talking about like if you choose between the bread and if you are using the flour, if you're using the crackers or snacks. So try to use that as a healthy option. Dal is something, whole grain is the one which has more roughage in it with the outer covering in it. And it's like carbohydrate component of your diet. Dal is protein, but it is definitely very healthy and you can have it. And it is like I think we get it in whole grain. We don't have it in refined form. So yeah.
And
Dal is
what
coming
about
in a refined
other
form.
millets like bajra, jawar, and all that?
Yes.
Bajra, jawar, can we use that also?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Completely. Yes.
Okay. Because I always mostly have that millets over here.
Yes. People these days have been converting. I mean, they have been actually being aware of their
Nachni,
nutrition practices, and they have been using
three
millets.
mainly. Yeah.
Yes.
Nachni, this bajra and jawar.
That's great. You're on right track.
Yeah. Yeah. Good. Thank
But
you.
isn't barley something we used to boil and drink when we have
Yes.
like
Yeah.
we
That
need
is the same
more
thing.
fluid like
It can be
Yeah.
both ways. It can be used both ways. There are barley grains and there are barley seeds.
okay.
Mm,
Yeah,
correct.
we used to boil the
Yes.
seeds to take out the water, barley water.
Yes, yes, yes. I remember those the black small seeds that you put in the water overnight, soak it and drink it for hydration, right?
No,
Correct.
that's
Even for
no,
kidney
that's
infection.
no. This is like a wheat, looking like wheat. We used to
Yes.
get
No,
and
like rice, round rice, white.
I'm
yeah,
talking
White
but
about
balls
that
little
of
barley.
rice.
thicker,
Like,
thicker than brown rice. Like
Yes.
yeah.
You can just boil it instead of rice and then have it in the same way. Replace the rice with barley and have it in the same way.
I know, I never had that before.
You,
We
that's
used
what
to
I'm
throw
telling you.
it.
Try new products. The tongue taste will improve in the sense you will have a, I mean, there's nothing wrong in trying new things, right? We want to
Yes.
have a
Right.
staple. I'm just telling you to refine, to completely change. I mean, I'm not telling you to completely change the product. I'm just telling you to change one ingredient of refined to whole.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
That's all, simple. In the sense that makes you a health, I mean, that keeps your sugar at ease. It keeps you keeps your sugar balanced at the whole day so that you don't have spikes in your sugar levels.
Correct. Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Pramoda.
Is jasmine rice is good? Jasmine rice.
Jasmine rice.
There's no clarity. Can you repeat it?
Yeah,
Jasmine rice.
Jasmine.
Jasmine rice.
Jasmine rice.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's for
I
digest.
don't have an idea
light
about it,
digest.
but during the next session, I can look it up and tell you how can it affect you, or if
Okay.
it's healthy or not.
I think
And
the
what
kolam
about
rice.
Ashirwad wheat flour? Ashirwad wheat flour.
Ashirwad
good?
mixed flour.
Yeah.
Yes, it is a whole grain product. Yes, Ashirwad flour is a whole grain product. We recommend it. You can have it. Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Is it, Pramodaji, if you have a high sugar, if you have a diabetes, but it always stays high, it's better not to eat any bread, correct?
Yes. I am telling you, just don't eat the whole bread I have told you, you can completely have it. That
Okay.
maintains your sugar in a good way. You just need not have the refined wheat bread, refined multigrain bread. Sometimes even in bread, we see there is multigrain along with added products. It's not completely multigrain, and it's not
Okay.
completely whole multigrain. The word whole itself says you there is a whole grain in it, and that's healthy. There are products of just multigrain, just wheat bread, just refined
Yes.
white bread. Those are the ones which spike your sugar levels.
Okay.
That can give you a sugar spike. All you have to do is have the whole bread, and you can see the difference. When you monitor, it'll keep your sugar at a normal level. And it slowly releases the sugar into our body so that it maintains that level throughout the day, and you actually don't feel hungry for a long period of time, and you'll decrease your snacking too.
Okay. So only bread allowed for high diabetes people is a whole wheat bread.
Whole grain, any grain. It can be wheat, it can be whole multigrain, it can be whole of anything. Just put a
Okay.
whole.
Make sure it says whole.
Whole, yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Pramodaji, I have a question for you.
Yes.
No, not Pramodaji. Prernaji.
Oh, yes.
Yes,
That
definitely.
I know you was talking about the home cooked meal, but we all seniors, we can hardly sometimes stand up. So we have to rely a little bit on outside food. Is it really bad?
Uh,
Because we,
Definitely depends on, like, where do you get your food from? That depends. If somebody is cooking it at home and is cooking according to you, adding less salt, making it in good oil, having healthy ingredients, then I think it should be fine. But if we are having restaurant food or food from outside daily, it could be like it's then it is not a healthy option. You can have somebody to help you or have somebody to come and cook for you. I think that would be easier.
Yeah, but the problem is someone come and cook, you have to go and pick them up and drop them off. They cannot come by themselves. So what we have people is like they cook tiffins for so many people.
Okay.
So I order from them.
Okay.
But she cook our regular Gujarat. I'm Gujarati, so she cook Gujarati food. But if I says, don't use the whole wheat or don't use this, she cannot do this because she don't have a time for that. She's cooking for so many people. So then it's no good for me.
Kalpana ji, how many meals do you get like that every day?
Not a everyday one, but
Every day
sometimes
one meal,
I
right?
don't get every week. Sometimes in a one order, I survive with two times.
Okay. So you can change the pattern of your food style right now. So all you can do is have a healthy breakfast. Like we said, you can control what you can do at home. That is completely out of the range. So you can have your meals from any place. I know that you should be having our desi meals itself. You should be having some rice or roti or curries with it, right? To be
Yeah.
precise.
Mhm.
They
Yeah,
are
it's
healthy.
like a typical Gujarati rotli
Yes,
dal
yes.
bhat shak.
I
But I
completely
don't eat
understand.
rice, so I say instead of rice, give me more
Yes.
roti. So she does
Yes.
that.
Yes, that's perfect. You can have those meals and try to not snack because you're having a meal from outside. All you can do is make a healthy breakfast or healthy snack. You can try that.
Mhm.
You can completely put the refined products out of the home and keep it in a whole way. As cooking is not a option, you say, you can continue your thing and try to snack less. Try to eat healthy breakfast. Try to eat healthy breakfast. And I have seen pretty much canned vegetables, canned beans as a products just in a packet. They are healthy too. I know we say
Okay.
eat fresh
Because
fruits,
I
eat
don't like
fresh
canned
ones.
food. I usually don't use canned food.
That's great. That's
Okay.
great. All you have to do is have healthy products at home and healthy breakfast. You can continue
Okay.
having your 2 meals or 1 meal as per your convenient. That's completely
Okay.
normal and that's completely healthy too.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you, Prernaji, also.
Yeah, so in breakfast you can have like oatmeal. You can plan oatmeal and you can put some fruits in it and just with milk you can have oatmeal and have one meal if you have from outside you can have that. And at evening you can try eating early, like at 5 or 6 maximum. Don't have
That I
like
do. That I do.
yeah, yeah. So like whatever we can control, we will try to control that so that we can choose healthy option in that way.
But because I eat early, sometimes I get hungry later on at the night. So
Okay.
I have a nuts and milk. That is okay?
Yes, completely okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Is
I'm a night
avocado
person.
oil is good? Avocado oil.
What kind of
Avocado
oil?
oil.
We suggest olive oil, but
Mhm.
anything non-refined is completely okay. If you're using your cooking oil, vegetable oil, it's completely okay. Just make sure it's not totally refined.
Okay.
Oh, I have a question which is really my weakness, I should say. I am a late eater. Like I'll eat my dinner at 7:30, but then I'm awake so late till late, and I feel very hungry. So I want to have something sometime. Sometime I take banana and nuts and something milk, or sometimes I do take sandwich also. Is it wrong? It must be wrong for me, I'm sure.
Yes, it is completely wrong. See, your food intake should end by you're taking your last meal at 7:30, as you say, your dinner most probably. So that's a healthy option. That's where your food intake should end. If you are hungry late at night, or you can just try having milk, like Kalpana ji was telling me, she has nuts, she has milk, rather than having sandwiches or anything like that. Try to make it liquidy.
Okay,
Keep
fine.
having water until bed.
Yeah.
Try yes, try maintaining a sleep hygiene of early sleeping. That would help too.
It doesn't happen. I'm so sorry. Actually, I
Oh,
tried.
that's okay. That's completely okay. But try
Yeah.
to have liquid, milk, nuts, some healthy options. Or we say, just now I was saying there are a whole grain snacks that are available in a variety of ranges in the
Oh,
market. So you can try snack on them.
oh, yeah. Sure, then that's good. Great.
Healthy
Thank you.
option rather than
Thank
going for sandwiches. Like a bulky sandwich is something we consider for a whole meal, like a
Yes.
lunch, like
Yeah.
dinner. So snacking on sandwich can be bad for health. I mean,
But
particularly night time.
fruit is okay.
Fruit is
Yes,
good.
fruit is
Fruit
good.
Fruit is very good.
yeah.
Instead
Okay.
of banana, try choose like apple or citrus fruits like orange,
Mhm.
kiwi, fruits which are like, are you diabetic, if I may ask?
No, I mean, my doctor said, yeah, I'm borderline, but I'm not
Yeah,
diabetic.
so try avoiding, like, don't eat banana, have guava or orange, and avoid mango as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Be mindful of, if like you are pre-diabetic, then try choose option of fruits also carefully. Don't go for banana.
Don't
Okay,
go for
thank
more
you.
sweeter fruits.
Mhm.
Try making
Yeah, I know. Banana is one
apple.
thing, like, which, at older age, we can't eat certain fruit also.
Mhm.
It gives you acidity. So banana is the one which I can sometimes even take, like one definitely I take, but sometimes even I take more because it's filling and at the same time it agrees with my stomach. So
Yes,
that's
I
the reason.
completely understand. And
Okay.
the fruits that Prerna just told are really good for your sleep hygiene too. They'll improve your hygiene of sleep.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much.
No,
Welcome.
no action at all. We are here to help.
Okay, is there anyone else? Please unmute yourselves if you have any other questions. No? I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't.
So I think most of the people have understood like what 2 takeaway points that we told today. Just change the refined to whole and try cooking simple meals at home. Try making
Yeah.
your lifestyle more active
Yes,
and more healthy. We want
Yes.
you to be
exactly.
with us for a long, long, long time. So this is the awareness we're doing. So hope it's actually helping you. Try doing it at home and give us a feedback if you want us to do on something else, if you want us to change some topic, or you are having difficulty with some lifestyle. So we will try to inculcate it in the next presentation.
Thank you so,
Definitely. Thank you so much, Pramod. And
so, thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
so
You are
much,
so,
Dr. Pramoda and Prerna. Yeah.
yeah.
yeah, definitely.
Okay, then.
We'll check with our members. As you said, like we want them to attend India home like for a long, long, long time.
Yes,
So
that's right.
keep them healthy. And this one, we make sure like every day they do exercise and eat healthy, and their diet is very, very important. Definitely, they're going to. I hope they're going to follow the instruction whatever you and Prerna given. Thank you so
Yes.
much for coming to India home.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
Yeah.
so
Thank
much
you
for
so
having
much.
us.
It was
Thank you so much
wonderful.
for
Yeah.
having us.
Thank you. Thank you,
Yeah.
both of
So
you.
much.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Namaste
Very
ji.
valuable
Very much
information.
appreciated. Thank you
Namaste.
so much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Bye bye.
Thank you. Thank you very
Bye.
much.
You
Yeah.
everyone
Bye-bye.
have a good day,
Take care.
okay?
Have a good day.
Bye bye.
Bye.